If I was to write about our love, I'd write something like there ain't a thing above. Cause we go higher every day. But sometimes it don't work out that way. Sometimes it's tough. In the morning you say, baby, I love you. But what you don't hear is, baby, I love you too. But that's the only thing that is true. But sometimes I feel too damn. I don't wanna color your life that way too. I really want you to be happy, boo-boo, when you know it. I just find weird ways to show it. I have my weird ways on the weekdays. I hope it's
So, my name is Nina, and I'm playing drums in Freekind. Actually, drums, it's a funny story. I did sports professionally until I was 20 or something like that. And then I just switched. And my parents was like, what do you mean? Like, you know, you're in sports and you're doing great. I was like, nah, I just really want to try, you know. And drums was always like the instrument I want to pick it up. But there was never time for practicing, or I was also living in a duplex. So definitely the neighbors won't appreciate it, you know. But I'm just so happy that I switched it and that I tried that path. And yeah, now it's just like work and passion, and it's growing to a really beautiful story.
We had a piano at home. I feel like that was crucial. You know, my sister played it, and my family is pretty musical. Everybody kind of sings a little bit. My brother, not as much, but I think he has it in him. He's just a little bit embarrassed, but he'll work up to it. Anyway, yeah, just grew up with music, always played piano and stuff that we had around the house, and then kind of classic, went to music school, you know, and then got here to Graz at the Jazz Academy, which expanded what I knew and could play. And then we actually, a friend of ours, Adam B-Talks, check him out.
Check him out.
He came to Graz and showed us a little bit of his stuff with producing, and then he was like, poof. And yeah, that's it. Now we do this thing together.
We were both studying, so I still have one semester left, jazz drums, and she just finished in summer.
Done.
So we had a band before that it was called like Soul and Pepper, and we play like a soul music, you know, and pepper music, and and we actually played it somewhere, and there was a jam session or something, and we played it for a bit. And then when we went to get like a, you know, talk for a concert with the Soul and Pepper, the person who was like booking us was like, oh, but I really like, I want you guys to, you know, play something, you know. Do you guys have some music? And we did like this poker face, like, yeah, sure, like, you know, of course we have it. All right, we have a deal, you know. It was our first gig on the festival, and we were like just super hype about it. And then it was like, so how long do we have? It's like 3 months. Okay, so they sent us an email like in 2 weeks. Oh, so we just need like one song or something so we can promote you guys. And we were like, okay. I was like, okay, can we have another week? You know. So I came home. I was like, okay, we have 1 week to make something. You know. And I think that was a great, you know, push for both of us to just go into it and just do it.
We learned about deadlines, you know.
Exactly.
It's a good thing.
It's a good thing. It helps us. And this is how it started. And, you know, when we put it out, like I think
I'm Gonna Live.
I'm Gonna Live, yeah. The back feed was just like, it was
the back feed, I like it.
I was like, when I said it, I was like, that's not the right expression.
The feedback.
The feedback. You know.
Anyway.
It was just really good. And we were like, we should do that. And here we are.
Boom. Freakind origin story. Well, actually, the first gig we ever played was with a full band, and then I think because that was like what, 2 years ago?
Yeah.
And then Corona kind of sneaked in the bitch.
Can you say that? Are we like doing this beep thing?
And then we were like, okay, let's try to do it on our own. And yeah,
I think we also like we were not allowed to travel somewhere. You remember we were like stuck in the apartment.
Right, so you couldn't get people
So-
to come to rehearsals, and if making songs or whatever, figuring out the ways to play them, it's easier if it's two people communicating everything, and kind of we were like, okay, let's try this. And so we recorded all the backing tracks and everything, like the virtual people, you know, the ghosts that play with us on the stage, and it just works. I don't know, we like it. And
Yeah.
it's difficult at times because it's just the two of us, and there's no other energy to pick up from, you know, and people kind of have to just, I guess, look at us for the whole concert. No other bass player to check out, you know, no other
Guitar solos on their
look
knees,
at
you
that
know.
backing vocal. But yeah, so but it works. Yeah, we did it by ourselves. I kind of do the singing, and then we figured arrangement, instrumentalization. But, we figured it out together. So.
Yeah, also all the basses and synths and all the stuff is pre-recorded. I think we really kind of get into Logic recently, and
Yeah,
Ableton
just
as
using
well.
Logic. Who does
Yeah,
that?
all right.
Crazy. No, but
So, and it's like we have these couch sessions, you know, like just doing everything on our couch.
hey, do you like this bass?
Exactly. So yeah. Yeah, there was actually, I think it was organized by OHA, which is like a student organization, UHA. It's a student organization here in Graz, and they're really great because they support, you know, us musicians with like having a chance to do like you know, concerts in that time. And that was actually really fun because we also had to learn, you know, using camera and then connect all that together, and you know, all these cables. It was like thousands of cables, but I must say I just enjoy that part so much, you know, to set up everything, you know, and then like, okay, and then we're gonna use this, and you know, so it was a great experience because we learned so much
about cables.
Not just, you know, the setting up and everything, and then also like we had to learn what was that program called that we were using for the videos?
What do you mean? Like Adobe Premiere?
Yeah, I guess it was just like
video editing stuff?
Yeah, it was just for everything we had to YouTube how to, you know.
Yeah,
and
that's fun.
took forever. But now you know the kind of the process, you know. So it's
fun. I think we're just starting to really
understand
it and embrace it. I think the first kind of attitude that I had, maybe you as well, but it's kind of like, all this, you know, social media and the internet and whatever, and no, you should be all organic, and you know, but it's actually like when you check out the artists that you love, like everybody's doing the thing, like you have to promote yourself, and but I think it's a good thing because you kind of have to start believing in yourself, really, and that's a good place to be.
That's the first step for sure, yeah.
That's a good attitude towards whatever you do. So that's the good thing about social media and kind of self-promotion. If you don't have a label or something, you're doing it all by yourself, as you said. So it's good. Like you can see other artists that do it and creative ways in which they do it, and you can see that there's more authentic ways to do it and more kind of generic whatever hype stuff that's not really that, at least we see through, and it's not that sincere, but there's good creative authentic ways to do it, and we're kind of just learning how to, you know. I think to say I was obsessed with English is not.
She is still obsessed.
Not an understatement. As a kid, I was just like English, and whenever we'd be on the seaside or some kind of vacation, I'd just be like, they sound so good. You know, I'd be like this weird little kid that would follow couples around, like, hey, yeah, did you watch that? Oh my God. So, you know, so yeah, I really love languages. It's kind of close to music to me. It's sound, and you know, it's like sound and phrasing, and it goes up, and it's has some kind of rhythm, and I think it's super interesting, and it's funny because I'm a little bit of a nerd, But yeah, that's why I like took English in kindergarten. I remember other kids were asleep and they would wake us up and be like, English, and then I'd be like yellow, white, you know, with whatever. So English has been in my life since forever. So good, you know, it paid off somehow. I've really watched a lot of sitcoms and concerts and loved artists that always sang in English since childhood, really, and it's almost kind of unnatural to. I don't have this even performance vibe in Croatian. It's different. It's like a different world. I'm more of an artist that I express myself more through English somehow. So, not that I couldn't. I could probably try and get used to it, but it's not something that ever came naturally to me.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, as I said, like I started really doing music when I was 20. So I think for me the biggest like switch was when I went to Canada, and I was there for a while, and I think it's just like totally changed my perspective on music, on like groove, on feel, on like just everything what is, you know, related to that. So when I came back, I was like, okay, I want to do this, you know, but then no one here was like feeling the same, you know, so I was really trying to find those people, you know, and she's definitely the one, you know, and you were different, like you from the childhood, right? For you, like.
Okay, so the therapy thing again. Okay, thank you. It was, my parents mostly listened to soul and rock and blues, so. Well, I didn't. At some point, I didn't like what they're listening to because you know, like whatever years. Like, my dad listens to that, but it definitely shaped the way I perceive and listen to music. So thanks, parents. You know, but I think gospel music. I listened to a lot of gospel music in like my teens or something. You know, the problems that you have at that age, and it just kind of saved me. I think, you know. Because it's so
powerful.
Yeah, it has like this message of hope and optimism, and then from that, gospel, R&B, soul, hip hop, it kind of all went that,
right.
You know, African American culture, and I was just really into that, and ever since, it's always the music that will like really hit me. Oh, I hit the mic. Sorry, really hit me, so everybody can feel how it really hits me. You know, no, but yeah, that's how. Well, of course it's personal. I think everything a person writes comes from somewhere, from them, and some songs in particular is basically just so you can get through a certain part in your life, and others are meant for others, maybe family members, friends, or just, yeah, like you said, you know, societal problems and issues. We've never gotten, I think what we try to do with Freekind is take a place of like understanding the problems and
find solution.
Yeah, find a solution. We try not to write from a place of anger or, you know, try to be cynical or sarcastic. So I think we tread a little bit carefully when we think about how we write the lyrics that we do, but I think the subjects are always something that everybody can mostly relate to. So it's definitely something we keep getting back to, and we have a certain sound at the moment, but it's not. We actually talked about it. It's not like you only we know what sound and kind of the vision that we have, what it is, and it's not there yet. I can say that. It's definitely limited by our knowledge of how to do things and our just maybe approach when we start making songs and when we produce them. So as that changes, the sound will definitely change, and as we learn more and are able to express, you know, even closer to that idea that we have, it will also. So I don't think that's the sound, but it's definitely kind of in that direction. We definitely wanted to be I mean, it's close to stuff that we listen to, you know, or we try to get it as close as possible because, again, that's what we like. So we will try to do stuff like that. But the sound is kind of, we're just learning.
It's getting there. It's getting there.
Yeah.
Reach for the stars, we'll come through. Face the sign, I'll come through. Eyes on the prize, I'll do. Believe the dreams will come true. Reach for the stars, we'll come through. Face the sign, I'll come through. Eyes on the prize, I'll do. Believed in the dreams that are coming true.
Yeah. 1991 was a good year. Already had a vision and she just got here. Imagine what she could be when she's turning 30. Living the dreams that she only keeps her heart clear. Yeah, chasing the ball was a good time. Getting all the trophies gets everybody proud. But it takes real balls and a whole lot of strength to make a step towards what really makes you shine. Scared, excited, headed high divided. Doubt is always creeping in, but she's learning to fight it. There's a lot of hard work behind her smiling, but she knew she had the light and now has music to ignite it. Yeah, life is all about trials and errors. Find your purpose behind the smoke and mirrors. And if it took a little while to find your way somehow, that's okay, don't worry, cause you're on your way now.
Stars will come through. Face up a sign, I'll come through. Eyes on the prize, overdue. Believed in dreams, and they come true. Reach for the star, what we're gonna do. Face up a sign, I'll come through. Eyes on the prize, overdue. Believed in the dreams, and they come true.
Now you're turning 30 every year, feel more worthy of love and happiness. Every year, less hurting, less doubt, more greatness. I know you wouldn't have less whenever they ask you how you do when you answer the best. The breath is good, I digress. That's what you chose and that's the soup you gotta digest. Nah, but really, I love you dearly. I mean, you even got me doing this, I really do clearly. Looking at the future, you don't have to worry. I always got your back, no need to hurry. No way our vision gets blurry. Shooting hoops with Grammys of fouling, being chill about it like Steph Curry. Anyway, this is what I wanted to say. It's game on now, there's nothing standing in your way. And if there ever is, we'll always find a way to crush you down. Now relax and let me get to your grind.
Stars will come through. Face up a sign, I'll come through. Eyes on the prize,
Eyes on the prize, yeah, 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 yeah.
reach for the star, we're going to. Face up a sign, we're coming through. Eyes on the prize, overdue. Believed in the dreams that will come true. Reach for the star, we're going to. Face up a sign,
yeah.
I'll come true. The dreams come true. Yeah, yeah. We gon' make our dreams come true. Reach for the stars. Yeah, yeah. Reach for the stars, gonna face the sign that we're coming through. Eyes on the prize, overdue. Believed in the dreams and they're coming true. Reach for the stars, gonna do. Face the sign that we're coming through. Eyes on the prize, overdue. Believed in the dreams that they're coming true.
It's very hard. It's very, I mean, it's kind of the same, because we both study jazz, right? You're kind of also searching for your own sound, you know, for your own feel and everything. So I think like we both understand what it should be. And now it's like just the path there and, you know, the different experiences and knowledge that we are gaining anyway, you know, so it's just, I think we are patient. We have to be patient about that. But
which is also one of the difficult parts about doing it, just the two of us, because there's no other input to change the way we think or approach things. So we try to be, you know, more open and kind of talk to people about how they do it, or let ideas, you know, let like people's feedback and yeah, just different approaches. And that's the tricky thing about doing stuff as only just the two of us. But that's another good thing about the internet, you know, like you can connect with mostly whoever, and sometimes, of course, it can be random people, but sometimes you can actually make kind of sincere human connections. So it's yeah, it can be a good thing.
yeah, definitely. I mean, this is definitely what you need to have in your life, you know, to kind of have, you know, someone you're looking up for, And I think this is kind of a changing, you know, depends how well you can play drums, you know. In the beginning, maybe you're like more into someone who you
like
can copy, you know. Yeah, exactly. I can copy that, you know. But then, like, I think it's kind of also, so for example, for me, I went to like jazz, you know, so I was also like influenced by a lot of jazz drummers. But now, like, I think my biggest goal is just, you know, that I can play pocket. And, you know, for that, it's just like, I have a couple of drummers that I'm really looking up for. And those are like Chris Dave and Questlove. There is also a girl, she's like, it's called Pocket Queen. She can really play. So those are like kind of my go-to drummers right now. And it's basically just about, you know, to play that pocket, you know, to feel good, you know. This is what I'm really aiming to. Yeah, so it's like, it's super exciting to finally playing Graz, because we're living here already and people are constantly asking us when we're gonna play here, you know. And now it's happening. Saturday at 8, it's happening. So yeah, it's just, we're just so excited to play here, and because we've been here already for like some other concerts, and it's always
like
nice.
Sladek.
Yeah,
Sladek.
David Sladek, great guy, great music. I think it's just like what we want. We just want to like put the message out, you know, put the vibe, the groove, you know, and hopefully people will really, you know, feel it and, you know, get it what we want. And this is basically every time when we go live shows, you know, we just want to really that the message come through, you know. This is for us kind of the main thing, you know. And what is the future concerns, like, you know, Grammys. But
it's like we discussed before. It's just getting us close to our, you know, own sound and our space, just in the world, in the space of music or anything. You know, having some kind of public space for you it takes a while to figure out, and we don't want to be pushed into anything, and we don't want to make compromises that we don't want to make, so we'll try to make as much as possible on our own, and yeah, just we're willing to work hard for it and stay honest in as many ways as possible, and we'll see where that takes us.
Where it goes, exactly. It's almost a year when we released like our EP. So it's kind of a like, yeah, I think everything is also on the platforms like Spotify and Apple Music and everything.
That was in June, like the digital release was in
Exactly.
June.
Exactly.
We kind of made it a winter Christmassy thing.
Yeah.
To just have like a
physical
copy of the EP, and like if you want it, there it is. And
yeah. Also, we're gonna have them here, you know, on Saturday, so for everyone who are interested. But yes, the plan and idea is to start working on our first album, full album, which we're gonna release on LP this time.
I thought you were gonna say a date, and I was like,
don't say date. Okay. But yeah, I think honestly, like I have 3 more months of school, and after I'm done with, you know, studying. First of all, big party, and then, you know, just focus on our album and just every day of producing, searching for the sound, you know, playing, recording. Oh man, I'm just so excited for that.
Good
really.
life.
Yeah, good life. This is happening. We're planning to do that in April. So maybe it should be done until, no, I'm just kidding. Her eyes were like, what? But yeah, then the release tour. But yeah, let's see. And also like for this album, we really want to take time. You know, it's like, we don't want to just put it out because we have to, but like, because we really feel now it's the right time.
Which is tricky though. You have to be careful with that.
Forever.
You kind of
10 years
it's never
later.
Good enough. Yeah. So at a certain point, I get this is the part where we'll let, you know, some people in to get feedback, which is always good because you go crazy after you've listened to the songs on repeat and try to get every little thing. It's just you know. So yeah, be careful with that. Maybe set a deadline. So.
Yeah. Alright, so you can find us on Facebook, Instagram. It's Freekind Music on Instagram, and we also have a lot of stuff on YouTube. Also, if you have Spotify, Apple Music, Deezer, Amazon, blah 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 blah, we're also there. But also, if you want to have a physical,
you call now,
you get one. Yeah, but also if you want to have our music on physical form, if you still can play CD somewhere, I don't know, maybe in car probably, that's the only place you can still listen to your CDs. We also have that, and you can write us on info at freekindmusic.com.
You and me got problems. You and me gon' solve them. We got problems.